Morning. Hi, Warren.
Advisory Commission. Policies. That's already how it works for the big globalist NGOs and tax-free foundations. So the bad guys want to do that. Trump can just do that too. There's one way to fix that. Breaking FBI agents are saying if Kash Patel becomes FBI director, it would cause massive damage to the agency and are threatening to quit the agency. Good. That purge yourselves for us. Now here's the
Point yourselves out.
His former VP running mate, Clark Jr., exposing what the neocons are up to. All extremely important, ladies and gentlemen. And then Trump's hitting on all cylinders. Trump has terminated Dr. Fauci's $15 million security per year that was illegal. It wasn't funded by Congress. And he's pulled it for a bunch of other scumbags. And Trump said it's not his job to protect him. The guy's worth hundreds of millions of dollars he's made from the vaccines he owns part of. Screw him. Do you get security? Do I get it? No. What about carrying out the lives of the people he killed with his poison shot? All right, let me talk about this for a few minutes before we end the transmission. And the great Chase Geyser, who's really doing great. People love the show. It's popular. I love it. Takes over for 2 hours of signing out.
Might give me a straight.
A lot of clips. Fast moving.
Yeah, it's clear, but it's cold. It's supposed to get warm today, though. It's 18, but it's supposed to get up to 36 today, so. Practical heat wave coming in.
Is it over or is it still going? Well, here's AP, Reuters, all of them. Alex Jones' allies and foes are gearing up for a second InfoWars sale. And this is the final big one. Now, it was going to be end of next month, but they wouldn't give discovery over to us in our lawsuits. They finally did, so that pushed it off more into early March.
Oh, wow.
Now, can you imagine what all the depositions, and all the discovery, and all the fights, and the 3 lawsuits I filed with them in federal court cost? We're winning. You've been through the fight this long. It's like your wife being 8.5 months pregnant and aborting the baby. We are not Trump. We are not Elon Musk. I don't have any money. We would have tons of money to expand and get more hosts, reporters, everything, if I wasn't fighting Aiken Gump, the top Democrat law firm, and a bunch of others. Look it up in the news. So it's a long battle. We've survived. We'll call it Alex is asking for support again. You know, he just does that for support. You want to see us shut down? Remember, they're kicking us out of the building and announcing on national news we were out. I filed emergency injunctions. The judge said, yeah, this is fraud. He said, this isn't a real sale. We are at war with them. And yeah, the Justice Department's there, and there's other things going on, the new one. And we found out incredible things, but it's got to be put out in court. New World Order. We have the best history and record of reaching the most people and building the platform and the foundation and the runway for Trump and Musk and everybody else, and they recognize that. Tucker Carlson does, and Joe Rogan, and people really now get that I know what I'm talking about. A lot of people did before, but I mean the general public. We're having more success than I used to have it here. I mean, we are in domination mode. Thank God for that. Thank God for the crew. But my energy is so up because this is the crucible, the critical part of the war. So keep sharing the live feeds, the articles. We'll cut up clips from the show today. We'll post it on X and Man Up Video. Share them. You're doing an incredible job. Share the live link right now. Well, let's go. That's the power. And go to the AlexJonesStore.com. My info is incredible. You know it is. Our guest incredible. Our call is incredible. The products are incredible. The widest selection of Patriot apparel. Spread the word. Support the show. Meet my better people. It's fun. It's an adventure. Hundreds and hundreds of incredible designs. All caps, t-shirts, hoodies. But the supplements. Ultimate CMOS gummies. The strongest concentrated gummies out there. And the powder capsules. Both now back in stock. 35% off. Atomic Defense is the greatest hits. All the super earns. Echinacea.
Yeah, same here. It gets super cold, then it gets hot.
The list goes on and on. Concentrated, turmeric, a whole bunch of ingredients. Incredible for your body, incredible for your health, incredible for your immune systems. The ultimate turmeric, super dose of concentrated turmeric, the strongest out there, with super concentrate of vitamin C, with iron and zinc, so good for your whole body. It's all there. So go now to the AlexJonesStore.com and become a VIP member for $30 a month. Cancel anytime. Get $40 to spend in the store when you're VIP. You'll save money that way. Reminds you, get special deals, special sales, special items only for you. for everything. I can't do it without you. And I am in the 12th round, winning the heavyweight bout with the Globals only because you're backing. And so I'm as strong as you make me with your support. Go now to thealexjonestore.com. You are part of history when you do it. And you're betting on yourself. Chase Geiser takes over now. Stay with us. Folks, I'm not funded by any big corporations or anybody. I am funded by viewers and listeners because over the years they've targeted our sponsors and threatened to take them away. We direct sell high quality products, supplements, Mentos, clickable knives, Patriot gear at thealexjonestore.com. Supplements are some of the best you're going to find anywhere. We have this new product that boosts your immune system with all the known concentrated herbs and compounds. Atomic defense, meaning, nuke the bad guys. Boost your immune system ahead of all the things that are going on. It's so good for you. The ingredients are incredible. It's our newest product at thealexjonestore.com. And then it funds our operation as a political, cultural, spiritual immune system to fight.
Up to 3 a.m. You've been hanging out in Callahan's? Callahan Street. We're going to switch over to that because I don't want to say something that's going to get me fucking another straight.
During the fiscal year that ended September 30th, 2024. George Williams reporting.
Following a dispute with President Trump, Colombia's president has agreed to take back Colombian citizens who came to the U.S. illegally. When the Colombian government refused to accept military flights carrying Colombians from the U.S. over the weekend, Mr. Trump retaliated. He announced immediate tariffs, travel ban, and visa restrictions, and that did the trick. Another Trump nominee may be confirmed by days and the Senate expected to vote later today on Scott Bessent, Mr. Trump's pick for Treasury Secretary. Federal Reserve policymakers meet this week amid growing pressure from President Trump.
Over the past few days, the president has demanded lower interest rates, and he told reporters that he expects the Fed to listen to him.
I think I know interest rates much better than they do. No, I'm guided by them very much, but if I disagree, I will let it be known.
However, the U.S. Central Bank is widely expected to leave its benchmark borrowing rate unchanged this week after cutting it at 3 straight meetings to close out last year. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Could be a tough day on Wall Street. The Dow futures down 329 points. Nasdaq futures off 775. More of these stories at townhall.com.
So we talk about relief factor and how so many people enjoy a better, more pain-free life because of it. If you're dealing with everyday pain, it makes sense you'd want to try it first. Well, Relief Factor makes that pretty pain-free too with their 3-week quick start kit for only $19.95, less than $1 a day. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Relief Factor doesn't just mask pain.
Yeah, whoever's lurking, welcome.
Reduce or eliminate pain. Visit relieffactor.com or call 1-800.
I think it's my earpiece. It's just me and you, bud. Yeah. So I can hear the text. I got another phone on my main account watching. Yeah, it's just me and you. That's what happened last night on the way back from Green Springs, man. They came piling in with 15 minutes left. An hour and 10 minute drive. Oh, I need gas today too. Shit. I'm gonna get the warning.
China-based AI app is proving wildly popular in the Apple App Store.
DeepSeek's latest model runs on reduced capability chips, and analysts say that shows it is possible to develop powerful AI models that cost less. It also raises questions about the sky-high valuations for companies like NVIDIA and the amount of money being invested to develop the AI supply chain globally. The DeepSeek release also raises doubts about China's AI technology being years behind the US, despite Washington's trade restrictions keeping the most cutting-edge chips out of China's hands.
At the BBC's Sarjana Chawari. Spain attracted a record 94 million tourists last year, making the southern European nation famous for its Mediterranean coastline and historic sites, one of the most visited countries on earth. Surging visitors has to complaints at times from some Spaniards. News and analysis, townhall.com. About it.
Trust is the authority. All right, first thing, bring your A game because I'll take nothing less. We're going to have an open and honest discussion. The facts matter. Let's talk about the people. It's common sense. It's principles and policies that work for everybody. I just want to talk about how to fix this country.
A simple thing that I was reminded by our engineer Josh, who was talking about his first time with me 10 years ago, so I guess it was meant to be, planting a flag. And you know what? I planted a number of flags for Sirius XM Patriot. The Tea Party movement, the launch of that, Afghanistan, longest broadcast, the only broadcast ever done from a forward operating base. So many things, the Red Arrow Diner, the GOP meetings, the CPAC conference back in the Andrew Breitbart days when all of that was going on. And today, I'm planting another flag for the Patriot channel. It is an important day because when you look at the agenda of the president and what he has done, signing, sealing, delivering on those promises, because of a legitimate objection to the vaccine, for whatever reason in the Biden years. We are live at the Congressional Institute's 2025 Members Issues Conference. We'll be updating today's article as we go along. Yes, we'll be
Oh, there you go.
and you'll get to hear from the people in charge of taking that delegated authority that you gave them with your vote to go and represent you. And that's how it works in our constitutional republic. And I'm
Not to
gonna
clean the
start
inside of
right
the
off the
windshield
top. And
again,
when I
man.
say
That
off
sun,
the
bright
top, I
sun
mean
makes it look hazy as hell.
off the top with Congresswoman Lisa
Yeah,
McClain.
it is.
Congratulations, second Congress, 118 to 119, is the GOP conference chair. So kudos to you, the votes of the members, the trust that's been given to you.
I'm excited, and we are excited to get to work. It's beautiful here today. I left Michigan, it was 12 degrees, so.
It was kind of like DC last week during the inauguration.
Right. I can't complain too much. So.
Yeah, well, here we are in Doral, Florida. I mean, face it, the president has some of the nicest places to go. The food is always good. I tell everybody, you get anywhere near a Trump property, get the food. It's good stuff. But there's serious work to happen. So would you give us a heads up? We have a 3-day agenda. The president's speaking today, the vice president tomorrow. Lots going on.
Yeah. Well, I'll start with the end. Let me do that. Our goal for the conference is to end the conference with a blueprint for reconciliation. So we've had a bunch of listening sessions over the past couple weeks, and now we really want to bring those listening sessions, put the pen to the paper, and actually leave with an agenda and a blueprint that we can go and deliver for the American people. We have several different factions, caucuses, groups, so to speak, within our conference. That's a good thing because we all represent different corners of
We're
America.
very diverse country for that.
And that's a good thing. And
Yeah,
Nick Johnson truly
I don't know if you do anything on T-Move, but you could order those big, those circle lights, they'll broadcast studio lights. They're like, you can get for like $15.
To begin to whittle that down, you always start with
I don't know how much they are on Amazon.
and then you begin to whittle it down. We're in the whittling down
Where you would even buy them
part
in the
of
store.
the conference right now. And I think if people need to
Couple of
understand
LEDs,
this
cheap
agreement
LEDs.
is not disloyalty. We all want the same end result, right? We all believe in the America First first agenda. That's what we all ran on. All right, now let's put the pen to the paper so we can actually deliver on those.
Yeah, and it's important to have that debate, to have that input in the pure understanding of the world of politics. Each district is different, and you run to win in your district. I get the pragmatism of doing that. And in this period, I see something else developing. In all the years of covering politics, the issues during the election, the issues that the American people are living still today, have been going on for this entire period, I would say, since Obama, Biden, to where we are today, and they're more aligned. So there's an opportunity there. I see that as an opportunity for the Republican Party to not only align with the American people more. As a matter of fact, it's been said that the party went to meet the people in this election cycle rather than trying to get the people to come to the party. And that's opportunity for all members that it can deliver on the America First agenda, and with the differences in debates, but give the people that they will give you the thing that matters to keep things going, which is the support.
Absolutely. And I think we have a real opportunity to do that and change the trajectory of the Republican Party and really America for the next decade or so. But we have to do it right, and that's why we're not rushing through it, right? Everyone's like, when's it going to get done?
Well, first of all, you're never going to keep up with Trump, so just give up on that. Rushing through it, the guy 3 days in was 10 days ahead.
He's organized and he's prepared, way different, right, than before. And I think the other thing about President Trump that we have to realize, if he says he's going to do something, by golly, he does it. He doesn't tell you one thing and then he can do another. He does what he tells you to do. He's going to do. If he says I'm turning right, he's turning right. We see that with what happened yesterday with the illegals getting deported.
With Colombia,
Hallelujah.
they said no. Petro said no, and then after a little tariff, great leverage tool, things change.
That's diplomacy and leadership at its best, right? He just wants a level playing field. So I think we have a real opportunity, but we gotta get it right. We have to get it right. And the other thing that I just want to point out is because we have such we represent such different areas, not any one person is going to get 100% of what they want. Right? This is the frustrating part. I'm going to fight and I'm going to advocate for 100% of what I want. But if I get 80% of what I want and we're in a better spot, by golly, I'll take that.
You know, that sounds eerily familiar. What was that guy's name? Oh, Ronald's son. And he has been very outward in his supports in Trump's first term, and more so now. He writes about it that my father's rules, referring to his father and his granddaughter Ashley, who was on this show this last week, that this is about getting rules combined with the MAGA agenda. It was President Reagan who said, "Mac, make America great." President Trump, make America great again. Peace through strength, the evolution, and frankly, bring in the blue-collar vote. And I'm going to bring this home to your district, because I know a town named Romeo.
Yay.
And there's a great Ford plant up there, all right? I know those guys. I know Lenny Amore and a bunch of the guys in that plant. They're a great group of people I've worked with for veterans charities for years. And that is an area that reflects how the votes go based on the issues.
That was critical. Macomb County was critical. It is manufacturing. It is auto. The Green New Deal policies didn't work. The Democrats' social agenda didn't work. I can share with you people from my district and my state, they want to go to work, an honest day's work for an honest day's pay, and they want to come home and take care of their family. They don't want the government telling them what to do or when to do it or how to do it. I always say this, believe in people. I think Republicans have the right message in the sense of, I believe you know what to do for your family better than I do the government. I believe you know how to spend your money better for your family, better than the government. I actually believe in you. And that's a big philosophical difference between the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party believes in big government, they believe in dependency, and they believe that they know better than you. message does not resonate with the average American.
It doesn't work in life. There are too many nuances and decisions that we as individuals have to make to do our daily tasks, to make decisions, family, kids, work, whatever it is. So a party that says, we're not only going to trust you to make the decision, but we're going to have the right framework, the policy, the environment, the proper role and responsibility of government and bureaucracies and institutions, not overarching government in your home and in your life. That's what has made this country what it is today. That's the continuing evolution.
And that's our competitive advantage. Now, don't tell my husband that. I'm always right. But
Well, that's expected.
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave out. Hopefully my wife's not listening, Mitch. But I do get that. Now let's talk about, coming out of here with a blueprint. And with that blueprint, there are some key items, right? We've got border security, we've got economics that we have to deal with. They've got such an intertwined
Yeah, some pretty pebbles.
and we've also got foreign policy issues right before the
Edible.
started. You commented, there's Pete Hegseth walking into
Those fruity pebble treats, edibles are awesome.
The president, of course, saying if you were, out of the military, you get to come back. I mean, there's so much going on. So let's walk through some of the specific points.
sure. Let's start with energy. I think that is American energy. That is going to be critical to our success. We, as a country, aren't going to use any less energy. We're actually exactly use more. Why wouldn't we be the ones here in America to provide that energy? We should be, and we have the resources to do it. So let's do it. That will help us on a national security level. That will help us on an economic level. That's going to help us bring down the cost of things, right? If fuel is cheaper and we're producing it here in America, that does nothing but help us. We are not dependent on foreign allies or even worse, adversaries for the energy that we can produce right here in America. Why would we do that? Number two, how we're going to do that is we are going to have to increase the speed in which we can do permitting reform. And we have to get rid of some of these regulations. Who do you think produces energy faster, cleaner, and safer? It's us. It's America. You want China producing, or do you want Americans
They
producing?
buy our coal and open up coal-fired plants at an incredible rate. Your home state of Michigan could not deliver the gigawatts it needed. It's actually at a deficit still, as far as I know. We need to flip that around. You're in Fort Mustang Assembly Plant territory. I know that plant well. That requires energy. Then with new technologies and demand for electricity, Michigan should be able to deliver that for Michiganders so that they can function much better.
We should. We have the ability, but it's over-regulated, number one. And number two, we have put policies and legislation in place to stop the permitting or to elongate the time that it takes to permit. We need to do the exact opposite. We need to, as the president says, drill, baby, drill. But we also have natural gas. We also have a lot of other options, whether it be nuclear or whatever. We have to be the innovators on that, not someone else. So we have the ability. We just have to get the regulation and get the government out of the way.
Well, and then also limit government when it needs to be part of this so it's effective. Limited, effective, efficient, and constitutional. Now, that's been a challenge across so many areas, not just the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, but across the board during the Biden administration. The Constitution is being trampled, crumbled, thrown aside all the way to the day he left office with the 3,000 pardons and commutations of criminals, the extension to the family. I thought pre-crime was only in Minority Report. I didn't realize it was a Biden family model.
Well, I'm going to forgive you for things you may have done. I don't know what they are, but again, that just shows you.
Forgiveness, so that's
that just shows you how corrupt they are. I mean, and the American people are onto that, so.
Well, we are onto something new here. And, you know, it's pretty straightforward. Deliver success for the American people. If the Republican Party does that, we can, and I really believe we can, for a number of reasons, reverse a statistic that's too often quoted out of Washington. You don't have to lose the midterms. Typically, it's because you're slowed down, blocked down, months debating bills that are unnecessary at times. And that brings me to my favorite thing. There's a congressman coming up pretty soon. His name's Babin from Texas. He's heard this from me. You probably have to. Regular order. You talk about reconciliation. We need these things working together. Are the Republicans going to get us to regular order?
That's our goal, and I think you'll see much more of that. I think what the Republicans are going to deliver is the agenda that the American people told us they want, because we listened to them, and that's very different than before. We listened to what's important to them. But I'm going to give you an interesting statistic, which I think is very telling. We know we have the right message. We put 3 bills on the floor. We've had Democrats vote for every single one of those bills. The Lincoln-Riley Act, the Violence Against, right? We did, on all 3 of those bills, I think we had 61, 47.
Slow the fuck down.
Democrats vote for our first 3 bills, different than when the Democrats had the trifecta. There was not one Republican that voted for any of their liberal leftist bills, because I think even some of the Democrats are realizing that their policies have gone way too far. So I think that's very telling, and that's why I'm extremely optimistic about what we have in front of us. It's going to be hard work. It's going to be messy at times, but we're going to get it done because it's the right thing to do.
Look, there's an example, Congresswoman, that I loved during the inauguration. All the pomp, the circumstance, the importance of that, great. It was what the president did at the arena. First time ever, a president in front of the American people with the cameras.
Morning on
sat there
Indoctrinated.
with a pen,
Good timing.
with executive orders, and did it and said what it was.
Yep.
And that kind of transparency, just that simple act, I think said more to the people that I'm here for you. I'm doing this in front of you, not behind the closed door.
Yep.
And the Washington Emmett's Grill model of old deals done in the basement of that, well, frankly, a great restaurant, to be fair, has got to go. And Congress has to do this in front of the American people. There are times you have to close the door.
Sorry, I'm going to do a desktop stream today.
Behind there and
I'll see you in a bit.
Of course, things that require that.
Got a lot of shit to do, but
Being open,
I'm going to play this
transparent,
some stuff in the background. Oh, looks like I got here at the same time as
That's the
Alicia.
secret I see the success in this
All right.
country.
And I think if we do that, when we
Peace.
do that, right, I don't think
Have a great one.
people
Love you guys.
are perfection. I really